All right. Thinking about starting a food truck.
Ooh, yeah,
It's a big step,
it is.
but a really exciting one.
Definitely.
If you're passionate about food and you're thinking about, really taking that leap and building a brand and, sharing your love of food with the world, there's really no better way to do it than a food truck.
Hmm.
But it's more than just, whipping up some tasty dishes and hitting the streets, right? There's a lot to consider before you even fire up those grills.
Absolutely. And there's no better way to learn about the ins and outs of the food truck world than by hearing from the pros who've been there, done that, built those amazing mobile kitchens.
Right. And that's what we're diving into today. We came across this awesome YouTube video by Marketing Food Online where they interviewed, get this, 20 food truck builders.
20.
These builders, they've seen it all, the successes, the struggles, everything that goes into making a food truck a success. So we're going to break down their top tips, their advice, their warnings, everything they shared in that video to give you a roadmap for success. So where do we even begin with this? Like, what was the number one piece of advice that these builders kept stressing?
Well, they all agreed on one thing.
Yeah.
Don't mess around with the regulations and codes. I mean, that's the foundation of your whole operation.
Yeah, permits, licenses, all that jazz. But
It's more than just getting them, right?
yeah, what did they say specifically? Were there any insider tips there?
It's about staying up to date because those rules can change. Like, subscribe to your local food truck association newsletter. It's a gold mine of info. And they usually know about code changes before anyone else, and you don't want to be caught off guard, right?
Yeah, that's a great tip. Stay informed because those rules can change. And the last thing you want is to get shut down because you missed something. So, all right, so we got the legal stuff squared away. We're legit. What about the actual truck? Now, it's tempting to just go for the coolest looking truck, right? Like a vintage Airstream or something.
Right.
But these builders, I'm sure they probably had some thoughts beyond just aesthetics.
Totally. You got to think about size. Too big and you're going to have trouble parking, maneuvering. Like, think city streets, tight event spaces.
Right.
Too small and you're cramped. You don't have space for all the equipment, your kitchen, your storage, all that stuff.
Yes, it's a balancing act.
It really is. It's about finding that sweet spot that gives you enough room to work efficiently, but also allows you to be mobile and, access those prime locations.
Right. It's like finding the Goldilocks truck.
Yes.
Not too big, not too small.
That's a great way to put it.
Just right. Now, thinking about all that equipment, all that stuff crammed into this perfect size truck, the layout and design must be super critical.
Oh, 100%. Think of it this way. Okay. It's like setting up your culinary stage.
Yeah.
Every square inch matters
Right.
because it's all about efficiency. Like, let's say you're making, I don't know, gourmet burgers.
Okay.
Where's the grill? Where are you prepping all the toppings? Where are the fryers?
Right.
You need a flow that minimizes movement because in a food truck, every second counts. Right.
Right. So it's like choreographing a dance,
Yes.
but with spatulas and sizzling ingredients instead of, fancy footwork. All right. So layout and design, that's key. And of course, to execute that perfectly choreographed culinary dance, you need the right equipment.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're not talking about your home kitchen appliances here.
No.
This is the big leagues.
Commercial grade. You got to have equipment that can handle the heat of a busy service. And trust me, it's worth investing in quality.
Oh, I've learned that the hard way. I once had a blender give up the ghost in the middle of a smoothie rush. Not a pretty sight. So I'm guessing those builders, they really stressed investing in the right equipment from the get-go.
Yeah, they did. They said, if you cut corners on equipment, you're going to pay for it later. Especially if your signature dish requires a specific type of oven or a high-powered mixer or something, you need to factor that into your budget from day one.
Yeah, it's about aligning your equipment with your menu, your vision. Speaking of vision, what about the look and feel of the truck itself? Like you walk into a food truck and you see those shiny stainless steel kitchens.
Yeah.
They would look so impressive. Is that kind of the standard? Is there any wiggle room there?
Stainless steel is definitely a classic, durable, easy to clean, professional look. But there are some alternatives out there. Like some trucks are using this high-density polyethylene for countertops. It's lighter, impact-resistant, and it could even come in like different colors
Oh, cool.
to match your branding.
So you can get a little creative with the material.
Yeah, you can have some fun with it.
Yeah.
But no matter what you choose, those builders, they really stressed easy cleaning. Like late-night scrubbing, that's nobody's idea of a good time.
No. And I imagine in a food truck space is at a premium, so you want to make that cleaning process as efficient as possible.
Exactly. Easy to clean surfaces, make sure you can reach everything. You don't want to be battling grease traps in a tiny space.
No. Okay, so we've got our truck built, our kitchen's gleaming, we're ready to roll, right?
Not so fast.
Ooh.
Before you launch, there's one crucial step that these builders really emphasize: testing.
Yes, testing. Like a final dress rehearsal before opening night, right? Make sure all the systems are going.
Exactly. Got to test everything: the equipment, your workflow, even your ordering system. You want a smooth opening, not a chaotic scramble to fix things on the fly.
I saw a food truck once that had a broken ice cream machine on their grand opening day.
Oh, no.
Total meltdown.
Oh.
So, all right, testing. Got it. So we've covered a lot of ground here already. We've talked about, regulations, vehicle choice, layout, equipment, and testing. It seems like there's a lot more to this than meets the eye,
Definitely. And we've only just scratched the surface.
but we've laid a solid foundation. We'll be back after a quick break to dive into the next layer of food truck wisdom. All right, we're back and ready to roll up our sleeves and really get into the nitty-gritty of food truck success.
Yeah, let's get cooking.
So where do we go from here? Like, we've got our truck, we're all legal and ready to go. What's the next big thing on our checklist?
Well, it all starts with the heart of your operation, the menu.
Okay, menu planning. Now, this is where the fun starts. But I'm guessing those food truck builders, they probably had some practical advice beyond just, make delicious food.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They emphasize that your menu, it's like the foundation of your whole operation.
Okay.
It dictates everything: your equipment, your layout, even the vibe of your truck.
Right, so it's not just about what tastes good, it's about what works operationally.
Exactly. Give me an example. Let's say you're dreaming of a wood-fired pizza truck. Romantic, right?
Yeah.
But that means you need a special oven, ventilation, a whole separate prep area for the dough that takes up space and adds complexity.
Right, so maybe a simpler menu, fewer components, could actually be more efficient, more profitable.
Absolutely. Streamlined menu means faster service, less waste, happier kitchen crew.
Yeah, and you can really focus on perfecting those signature dishes.
Exactly.
Now, thinking about the less glamorous stuff, but equally important, what about plumbing, electrical? I mean, those are things you can't really overlook in a food truck.
Oh, definitely not. Those are like your unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Adequate plumbing, essential for everything: washing dishes, hand washing stations, food safety, all of that.
Right, and I imagine in a food truck, water usage adds up quickly.
It does.
What about like wastewater disposal, those builders? Did they have any insights on that?
Yeah, they talked about something called a gray water system,
Okay.
which is basically a separate plumbing setup for collecting all the water you use for washing. Some trucks have built-in tanks. Others might require connecting to an external system, depends on the regulations.
Wow, so many moving parts behind the scenes. And then electrical, I can only imagine how much power all those appliances are sucking up.
You've got grills, fryers, refrigerators, lighting, music. It's a lot. You need to make sure you have enough outlets, the right wiring to handle it all safely, efficiently.
Okay, noted. No electrical fires on our watch.
Exactly.
Now let's talk storage. Food trucks, not exactly known for being spacious, right?
Right.
Organization must be key.
Oh, absolutely. A well-organized truck, it's like a well-oiled machine. Everything has its place: ingredients, utensils, equipment. Think vertical storage, magnetic strips, under-counter drawers. Maximize every inch.
It's like a giant game of Tetris, but with spatulas and spice racks.
Exactly.
I bet those builders had some clever storage hacks.
Oh, yeah, they did. One of them suggested color-coded containers for ingredients.
Oh, that's smart.
Keeps things visually appealing, but also helps with food safety, inventory management.
Brilliant. Now, shifting gears a bit, one thing that's really important to me is making sure my food truck is welcoming to everyone, regardless of abilities.
Absolutely.
What did the builders have to say about accessibility?
They stress that accessibility is not just a nice-to-have, it's a must-have. Wider aisles, lower counters, ramps if needed to accommodate wheelchairs.
Love that. Food should be enjoyed by everyone. And speaking of creating a positive experience, safety features, those are paramount, right?
Absolutely. You can't skimp on safety. Fire suppression systems, clearly marked exits, first aid kit. They even suggested training your staff on safety procedures.
Right, because a prepared team can make all the difference in an emergency.
Exactly.
Now, thinking about the team, and this often gets overlooked, I think, their comfort. I mean, you're working in a small, often mobile space.
Yeah.
Those builders, did they touch upon that at all? Like insulation, climate control?
They did. They stressed that good insulation can really help regulate the temperature, keep it cool in summer, warm in winter.
Yeah, happy team, productive team.
Exactly.
So we've covered menu planning, plumbing, electrical, storage, accessibility, safety, climate control.
We've covered a lot.
It's a lot to consider, but I feel like we're missing one crucial element, the heart and soul of any good food truck.
Ah, you're talking about passion.
Yeah.
They couldn't emphasize it enough. Without passion, it's just a vehicle. With passion, it becomes a culinary adventure.
That's beautiful. But how do we translate that passion into tangible actions?
It's about constantly striving to improve, to innovate, creating something special, going the extra mile for your customers, making them feel valued,
Right.
being resilient in the face of challenges, learning from your mistakes, never giving up on your dreams.
You're really making me think about the deeper purpose here. It's not just about serving food, it's about sharing your passion with the world.
That's it.
Okay, what else did those builders have to say? I'm fired up. We're back and ready to dish out the final serving of food truck wisdom.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, from regulations to equipment, menus, even the importance of passion.
Yeah, we're fired up and ready to roll. But those food truck builders, they had one more piece of advice, something they kept coming back to. They called it the secret ingredient to long-term success.
And it's not a fancy spice blend or a secret sauce recipe.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued.
Okay.
What is the secret ingredient?
It's all about building a community.
Community. I get that food trucks are often part of a local scene, but like, how do you actually build a community around your business?
Well, think about those food truck parks, those events. Those aren't just places to sell food. Those are opportunities to connect with your customers, with other food truckers.
So it's about fostering a sense of belonging, not just like showing up and slinging burgers.
Exactly. Get to know the other vendors, collaborate on events, maybe even create some special menu items together. It's about building a network.
Right, a support system. I like that.
Yeah, real sense of camaraderie.
And what about connecting with customers beyond just, receiving them with a smile?
It's about creating experiences that go beyond the food, like host a themed trivia night, partner with a local musician, offer cooking classes, get creative.
Right, so make your food truck a destination.
Yeah, a place where people want to hang out, be a part of something special.
And of course, social media, that plays a big role too, right?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Use it to connect with your followers, share behind-the-scenes stuff, get people excited about upcoming events.
Build a brand that people can connect with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you create that sense of community, something magical happens. Customers become regulars, they spread the word. Your food truck becomes more than just a business, it becomes a local institution.
I love that you're really highlighting the human element here. It's not just about the food. It's about the connections you make.
It's about the people.
And those relationships, those are the ingredients that really make a food truck a success.
They're the heart and soul of it all.
So to wrap things up, we've gone from regulations and vehicle selection to menu planning and community building. It's been quite a journey.
We've learned so much from those 20 food truck builders.
Their insights have been invaluable. I feel like I'm ready to hit the road and start cooking.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Get out there, share your culinary passion, build a community around your delicious creations.
And that's a wrap on our food truck deep dive. We hope you found this journey as inspiring as we have.
Remember, it's not just about the food, it's about the passion, the creativity, and the connections you make along the way.
So go out there, make your food truck dreams a reality. Thanks for joining us.